So we will learn some more examples. Suppose if this is the compound, so here this compound can be written like this also, because in this compound, so this is phenyl. Okay, this phenyl group, it is acting as a substituent. This phenyl group is acting as a substituent. So now that means this benzene ring is acting as substituent. When benzene ring is acting as substituent, it can be abbreviated like this, pH, instead of writing this entire ring. So now the name of the compound. What is the name of this compound? So now this benzene, it is written as written as phenyl. So how to number? In this case, how to number? So this is a carbon attached to this substituent. This substituent is attached to this carbon. So numbering. So we have to see that if there is no functional group in the in this parent chain, if there is no functional group, then we have to give priority to the multiple bonds. Okay, numbering. For numbering we have to give priority to the multiple bonds. After giving priority to the multiple bonds, then only priority to the substituent is given. Suppose here, if I give numbering from this side, okay, this carbon, the multiple bonded carbon will get number 2, and the substituent will get 4. The substituted carbon, or else the locant carbon will get number 4. Suppose if I give numbering in this direction 1, 2, 3, 4, then also the multiple bonded carbon gets number 2, but the substituted carbon, it is getting number 1 only. Hence, so this way of numbering is correct. That means on first carbon phenyl group is present, and on second carbon multiple bond is there. So now we can write the name of this compound like this. 1-phenyl, the name of this compound is 1-phenyl. So what is the parent chain? What is the root word? 4. 4 means but. Okay. But ine, it is ine, alkyne. So when triple bond is there, so we have to mention it as ine. But on which carbon? On second carbon. So but 2-ine is the name of the compound. Okay. So like instead of benzene ring, we can write a pH in the structure like this. So the name of this compound is this one. What is the name of this compound? See, this is functional group, and this phenyl is present. This is a ring. Okay. Now this is the parent chain, because here the functional group is present and even multiple bonds. Now this is the parent ring and this is the benzene ring. Now it is acting as phenyl. Now what is the name of this compound? So this is the first carbon, second carbon and third carbon. On third carbon phenyl group is present. The name of this group, this compound is okay, 3-phenyl. Okay, it's 3-phenyl. How many carbons are there in the parent chain? 3. 3 means prop. Okay, 3-phenyl prop. On second carbon in the parent chain, on second carbon there is double bond. So 2-ene, prop 2-ene. Okay, 2-ene, and it is oic acid, because functional group acid, carboxylic acid functional group is oic acid. But here after E, O is coming, so remove this E. Now rewrite the name like this, enoic acid. So 3-phenyl prop 2-enoic and 2-ene oic acid. Like this. What is the name of this compound then? See, there are two phenyl groups or else two benzene groups attached to this carbon, and this is the parent chain, and here it is the continuation of this parent chain. So the parent chain, how many carbons are there in the parent chain? It is not 3 carbons, because even these carbons are also in continuation. So now the parent chain is 5 member ring, 5 members chain. So C2H5 means, it is C2H5 means like this. So it is a 5 member chain. On this carbon there are 2 rings attached. So how to number this 5 member chain? Okay, so simply I'll write like this, C2H5. Even in exams also compounds will be given like this, so don't get into confusion. So you have to analyze. So now this is functional group which is attached to this carbon. So from where the numbering should be given? Always numbering should be given based on the functional group. The carbon to which the functional group is attached, so that carbon should get a lowest possible number. So if I give numbering from this side, so this will be the first carbon, second carbon, this is the third carbon, and out of this one will be 4 and one will be fifth carbon. Okay, right? So for convenience I am writing C2H5 like this. Okay, now this will be fourth carbon and this will be the fifth carbon. So on third carbon there are 2 phenyl groups or else 2 benzene rings. So now the what is the name of the compound? Okay, so on third carbon, as it is as both the benzene rings are present on the third carbon, so the name will go like this, 3, 3 diphenyl. Why diphenyl? Because there are 2 phenyl groups or else 2 benzene rings. Where they are present? On third carbon only. So that is why it is repeated for 2 times. The locant should be repeated for the so many number of times as how many substituents are present. So here there are 2 substituents, and as they are similar substituents, so it is mentioned as diphenyl. So on third carbon and even on third carbon the second phenyl is present. Okay, so how many carbons are there on the parent chain? 5 means pent, and between carbon there is only single bonds, so pentane. And alcohol functional group, so what is the secondary suffix name for alcohol? Ol is present where? On second carbon, so that means 2-ol. We should not forget the basic thing that after E the letter O should not come, or else any vowel or Y should not come. So if any vowel or Y comes after E, so that E should be removed. Now the name of the compound will go like this, 3,3-diphenyl pentane. 3,3-diphenyl pentane. Okay, pentane. There should not be any space between any letter. So the entire name should be written in a single word, pentane 2-ol. So this is the name of this compound. So like this, the first tip can be used in writing several compounds, names of several compounds. Okay, another tip. We will learn another tip. See, when more than one substituent is present on a benzene ring, so suppose if a benzene ring is having more than one substituent, so in that case how should we write the name? So tip number 2, if more than one substituents that means disubstituent, disubstituted, or trisubstituted, okay, or tetra, etc., or tetra substituted, etc. Okay, if more than one substituents are present on benzene, okay, so in that case the positions of the substituents, okay, are used by the numbers, used according to the numbers, example, suppose if this is a compound ring, benzene ring, on benzene ring, so there are two methyl groups are arranged. So how to write the name of this compound? So here it is a di substituent, and I mean similar substituents are present. So in that case, so how to write the name of this compound? See, first select the carbon of any similar substituent as 1, and the other carbon should be given numbering in such a way that the other substituted carbon should get the lowest possible number. So if that is the case, then this will be the 1 and this will be the 3. Third carbon, that means on first carbon and on third carbon the similar substituents are present. Now the name of the compound will go like this. So 1, 3 dimethyl, okay, 1, 3 dimethyl benzene. So this is the name of the compound. What is the name of this compound? What is the name of this compound? So now on adjacent carbons, so this is, if this is first carbon, this will become the second carbon. Now the name will go like this: 1, 2 dichlorobenzene. Okay, 1, 2 dichlorobenzene. Suppose if it is like this, what is the name of this compound? See, so this linkage is attached to nitrogen, not to oxygen. Remember, so this group is called as nitro group. Nitro group is given least priority. So generally they cannot be used as a primary functional group. They are always used as secondary functional group only, and they come always as a substituents only. Remember, see, nitro group, wherever it is present, it always should be written as a substituent. It should not be treated as main functional group. So now in this case, So now NO2, as it is substituent, then the substituent is present on 3 positions. Now let us treat this carbon as the first carbon. This will be second carbon. This will be the third carbon. This will be the fourth carbon. This will be the fifth carbon, and this will be the sixth carbon. Okay. So what is the name of this compound? So nitro group is present on first carbon, third carbon, and fifth carbon. So the name of this compound will be like this: 1, 3, 5 trinitro. Okay, trinitrobenzene. Okay, 1, 3, 5 trinitrobenzene. So this is the name of this compound, right? So like this, if more than one similar substituent is present on the ring, they should be mentioned as disubstituted or trisubstituted or tetrasubstituted. For example, trinitro, dichloro, dimethyl, so like this. So this is the second tip. Now we will learn the third tip. If different groups are attached to the benzene ring, if different groups, so in the previous case similar groups we have seen. Now we will see about the different groups. If different groups are attached, to the benzene ring, okay, then we have to follow some certain rules. See, first rule: the principal group is fixed as number 1. The principal group is fixed as number 1. The principal group is fixed as number 1. For example, this is the compound. So OH is present, Cl is present. Okay, so out of these two, which one is principal group? That means main functional group. OH is the main functional group, and Cl always, chlorine always, it never acts as a main functional group. Chlorine always, wherever it is present, it acts as only substituent. Remember. See now, as this is a principal functional group, so it will the carbon to which this functional group is attached, so it will get number 1, and this functional group should get the next least numbering. So the next least numbering is 2. Okay, already in the PDF I have given the names of these compounds. So what is the name of this compound? In the PDF already I have mentioned. This is alcohol functional group. Okay, so when benzene ring is present on the alcohol functional group, then it is called as phenol. It is called as phenol, not phenyl. So this is phenyl. This is phenyl. So now we are not discussing about phenyl now. So here phenol. So that means this part is phenol, and to this phenol, this chlorine is attached. So to this phenol compound, chlorine is attached on the second carbon. Now what will be the name of the compound? Okay, what will be the name of the compound? So the name of the compound is 2-chloro 2-chlorophenol. 2-chlorophenol. Another example, let us take. This is a benzene ring. NH2 is present on the benzene ring, and COOH is also present. So in this case, how to give numbering? So this carbon, so this is the main functional group, and ammonia is least priority functional group. When compared to this one, ammonia gets less priority, and this carbon will get number 1. Okay, we may give numbering either in clockwise or else in anti-clockwise direction, so it makes no difference. So let us follow clockwise now. 1, 2, 3. So this is the 4th carbon, this is the 5th carbon, and this will become the 6th carbon now. So we have to start from the carbon to which the main functional group is attached, and that carbon should be treated as number 1, and the subsequent carbons should be given numbering either in clockwise or else in anti-clockwise order. So it makes no difference. Okay, but we have to see that the other substituent should get lowest possible number. So here I am going like this. Okay, suppose if it is like this, suppose if NH2 is present here, then how should I give numbering? So anyhow this carbon will get number 1, and from where should I give number 2 to which carbon? So should I give number 2 to this carbon or else to this carbon? See, if I give number 2 to this carbon, then this carbon will become 4, this will become 5, and this will become 6th carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will become 5th carbon. If I give numbering in this direction, this will become 5th carbon. Suppose if I give numbering, if I give numbering in anti-clockwise direction, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So if I give numbering in anti-clockwise direction, then this substituent will get least possible number. So remember that the other substituent should get a lowest possible number. So in such a way we have to give numbering. So in this case, so anti-clockwise, giving numbering in anti-clockwise is correct. So like this. So what is the name of this compound? See, remember that on benzene ring, if COOH is present on benzene ring, okay, if COOH is present, then that compound is said to be benzoic acid. That compound is said to be benzoic acid. So what is the name of this one and what is the name of this one? See, remember, see here in this case only one hydrogen is replaced. Okay, replaced. One hydrogen is replaced and it is substituted by some other group. And even here also only one hydrogen is replaced. So only if a compound contains only one hydrogen replaced, okay, so it may be replaced from any place, any hydrogen may be replaced. So this and this both are same compounds. Remember, don't get into confusion. Okay, even this is also same. Okay, so now this will be the first carbon, this will be the first carbon, this will be the first carbon. Okay, now so one benzoic acid, one benzoic acid, one benzoic acid. If there is only one substituent present on it, so there will be only one compound wherever the substituent is present on the ring. So it will these compounds will be similar compounds, same compounds. This is this one and this one. These three are same compounds. Okay, right. So what is the name of this compound? Benzoic acid. This one, benzoic acid. This is also benzoic acid only. One benzoic acid, one benzoic acid, one benzoic acid only. Right. Now let us write the name of this compound. So actually what is this compound? This is benzoic acid. On benzoic acid, so on the fourth carbon of benzoic acid, there is amino group NH2. The name of this compound will be like this: 4-amino benzoic acid. Benzoic 4-amino benzoic acid. So we are based on this functional group, important functional group, main functional group only. The numbering should be given to the other substituent. So what is the name of this compound then? Do these two compounds are same? No. These two compounds are different. The name of this compound is on third carbon amine group is present. So 3-amino benzoic acid. It is called as 3-amino benzoic acid. Like this. Right? Next one. See, the principal group is fixed as number 1. Principal group means main functional group. And numbering. The numbering of the chain. The numbering of the chain, or else numbering of the ring. Here we are discussing about the ring. The chain in the form of closed chain. Hence, instead of writing chain, we may write ring also. Is done. The numbering of the ring, or else numbering of the chain is done in any direction. In any direction. In any direction. That means either clockwise or anti-clockwise. But based on what? It should give lower numbering to the other substituent. Okay. So the numbering is done in any direction, clockwise or anti-clockwise, which gives the lower number to the substituent. Just now we have seen here in our previous example, we have seen NH2 is present and COOH is present. So in which direction the numbering should be given? So if this is the case, the numbering should be given in the anti-clockwise direction. Suppose the compound is like this, COOH. It is written like this, NH2. So in which direction? So now this carbon will get 1 and 2 will get here. Don't try to 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, and don't make it as 6th carbon. Remember that the other substituent, after writing the numbering to one substituent, main substituent, okay, the other substituents should get the lowest possible number. So we have to give numbering in such a direction that the other substituent should get lowest possible number. So now if you give numbering in clockwise direction, then this carbon will get a number 2. Here if you give numbering in anti-clockwise direction, then this carbon gets the lowest number. If you give it here to this compound, in this compound if you give numbering in clockwise direction, it will get 5th carbon. But in anti-clockwise direction, this carbon will be 3rd carbon. So that means we have to give anti-clockwise direction, the numbering in anti-clockwise direction. So like this, the second rule of this tip, third tip, second rule says that the numbering of the chain is done in any direction which gives lower number to the substituent. Okay, right. And here third tip, the third tip only, the third point, the substituents are written. How they are written in the name? The substituents are written in alphabetical order. In alphabetical order. The substituents are written in alphabetical order. For example, suppose this is the name of the compound, suppose this is a structure. So how to write the name of this compound and how to give numbering? See, nitro NO2. Remember that nitro group. It never acts as a main functional group. It always acts as a secondary functional group only. That means it always acts as substituent only. Remember, always wherever NO2 is present, it always acts as substituent only. So this is methyl group. This is chlorine, and this is NO2. All these three are substituents only. So when three substituents are present, so here in this case, so this is a functional group. This is a functional group, main functional group. Okay, principal group, and this is a secondary group. But here all these are secondary groups only. There is no principal group. Now, how to give numbering? So, in such case, we have to see lowest sum rule. Lowest sum rule we have to follow. So, if you give numbering from like this, starting from here 1, 2, 3, 4. The locands are present on first carbon, on second carbon, and on fourth carbon. Suppose if you give numbering in this direction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then the locands are present on in this direction, in clockwise direction. The locands are present on first carbon, fourth carbon, and sixth carbon. So what is the sum of the locands? 11. What is the sum of the locands? 7. Suppose if you start from chlorine, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the sum of the locands will be 1 plus 2 plus 5. 1 plus 2 plus 5. How much it will be? It will be 8. So here we have started from methyl group. So we may choose anything, but the sum of the locands should be lowest possible. So suppose if you start from nitro group, so it will, suppose if you start from nitro group, now this will be the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. So 1 plus 3 plus 4, how much it will be? 7. 1, 3, 4. It will be 7. Sorry, 1 plus 3, it will be 8 again. 1 plus 3 plus 4, it will be 8 again. 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4, it will be 8 again. So now we have to select, we have to give numbering in such a way that the lowest sum rule should be, it should follow the lowest sum rule. So if you give numbering, starting from methyl group carbon, and if you follow in anti-clockwise direction, so in that case we are getting lowest sum. Hence we have to give the numbering in such a way that it gives the lowest sum. The sum of the locands should be lowest. So that means, so if I give numbering in this direction, then it is correct. So on methyl group is present on first carbon, methyl group is present on first carbon, and chlorine is present on second carbon, and on fourth carbon nitro group is present. So I am removing these things. So now how to name this compound? So numbering is over. So while numbering we have to follow, while giving numbering we have to follow lowest sum rule, if that is the case. So wherever lowest sum rule is applicable, so we have to apply the lowest sum rule. Okay. See, where lowest sum rule is violated, lowest sum rule is violated only in case of main functional groups. Okay. So here there is no main functional group, so no need of violating lowest sum rule. Right? Okay. Now how to write the name? Okay, numbering part is finished. How to write the name of this compound? See, there are three substituents. What are they? One is methyl, one is chloro, and another one is nitro. So if that is the case, then while writing, to write the name of the compound, so we have to follow alphabetical order. So alphabetically, which one will come first? So chlorine, C will come first. After C, M, after M, N, MnOP. So like that. So C, chlorine first should be written first. Okay. So what will be the name of this compound then? So chlorine is present on second carbon. So 2-chloro. Okay, 2-chloro. After chlorine, methyl. So where methyl is present on first carbon, hence 1-methyl, 2-chloro, 1-methyl. So on fourth carbon nitro is present. So 4-nitrobenzene. So this is the name of the compound. 2-chloro, 1-methyl, 4-nitrobenzene is the name of this compound. Okay, the substituents are written in alphabetical order. So if there are more than one substituent, so then those substituents are written in alphabetical order, like this. We'll write one more example. We'll take one more example and write the name of the compound. Right. Then what is the name of this compound? This is a compound. What is the name of this compound? See, I am rubbing in this one. Right. See, actually, this is the main functional group COOH, the most priority functional group. Okay. So here benzene is present. On benzene COOH is present. Hence, so this will be the parent aromatic carbon compound. What is this one? Benzoic acid. Benzoic acid. Benzoic. On this benzoic acid, three substituents are present. This is the principal functional group. Okay, hence the compound will be benzoic acid. Now these three are the substituents. So how to give numbering? First, so the carbon to which the COOH group is attached, so as it is principal functional group, so that carbon will get number 1. So this will be the first carbon, this will be the second carbon, because don't follow this order, because now these three substituents are will behave in the similar fashion. Less important, because these three are secondary grade. Hence, these three should be treated as substituents only. Okay, these three substituents will have almost similar value. Hence, the numbering should be given in such a way that the sum of the locants should be least. If you give numbering in this direction, in an anti-clockwise direction, this will get 2, this will get 3, this will get 4, this will get 5, and this will get 6. So now the sum of the locants will be on third carbon, fifth carbon, and sixth carbon. 3 plus 5 plus 6, how much it will be? 14. Suppose if you give numbering in clockwise direction, then this carbon will get 2, this carbon will get 3, this carbon will get 4, this will get 5, and this will get 6. So now the locants will be second carbon, third carbon, and fifth carbon. 2 plus 3 plus 5. It will be how much? It will be 10 only. So that means this is wrong and this is right. So this is anti-clockwise. And this is clockwise. Okay, we may give numbering in any direction, but the sum of the locants or else the locant position should be least lower. Okay, the lower the number of the substituent number should be lower, or else the sum of the locant should be lower. So here, if we follow a numbering in clockwise direction, then we are getting the sum of the locants only 10. So follow in clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise direction, it is wrong numbering. Okay. So now the parent compound is benzoic acid, and 3 substituents are present on the benzoic acid. So one substituent is on second carbon, third carbon N1 nitro group is present, on fifth carbon OH group is present. So what are the 3 substituents? One is bromo, another one is nitro, and the third one is hydroxy. Because OH is acting as substituent. Don't use whole. Don't use whole. We have to use hydroxy only in this case. Whenever OH group acts as substituent, so we have to use hydroxy. If OH group acts as principal functional group, then only we have to use whole. But here we cannot use OH as principal functional group, because there is another functional group which is having more priority over OH. Hence this functional group acts as the principal functional group. When there is principal functional group, another principal functional group, so this OH it will become as a secondary grade functional group, and it should be treated as substituent only. Whenever OH is treated as substituent, then it should be written as hydroxy. We should not